Hello, good morning on this Tuesday, and welcome to the C.H.A.B.I.S YouTube channel. Something crossed my mind. I'm hearing about the Brexit, reading about the Brexit, seeing things about the Brexit, and Brexit everywhere. Because I guess it has some significance for Swiss politics too, because we think we are islanders too, and we could also just stay away from everything. But also, what crossed my mind is because we have some experience with direct democracy, and this is quite a bit new for Brits, I guess. So when there was this Brexit vote, people expected the PM to do what he wants as usual. So they decided not to think too much about what could happen with the votes, because they expected nothing to happen. And so they just stated what they think. And this was about this: well, as far as I'm concerned, you can just go and kill yourself. The surprising element in the whole story is not that people said this, but that the government actually complied. Oops. Now we have this problem. A country, you can see it a bit like a car. There is a steering wheel, motor, brakes, things like this, navigational system, sensors, and so on. And the difference between dictatorships and democracy is just who's the guy sitting in the driving seat. But the institutions, the technical setup is mostly about the same. You have something like a parliament or a advisory board or something like this. You have a boss, you have some secretaries, ministers, and so on. And in a democracy, the people, demos in Greek, is put in the driving seat, but he's just operating the steering wheel and watching what the sensors are telling him and so on, or it, or she, or whoever. And in every car we have the same problem. The guy sitting in the driving seat needs the bells and whistles to drive the car. And if you tell your steering wheel and your brakes to go kill itself, and they do, you're still sitting in the car, and it did not stop. Because countries are quite big cars, they don't actually stop. And that's now the problem. And in a dictatorship you have people sitting in the trunk and the dictator in the driving seat. Here in a democracy you do not really have people in the trunk, except if they decide to go there themselves. But it's the same problem. It's sitting in the car and you just removed some parts. You cannot try to replace them with working parts. You know, in this car we call Switzerland, we have a steering wheel which is covered in spines. It's not too pleasant to touch. But at least it's here. Currently. And we are allowed to touch it. We can decide not to touch it, of course. But that means we have no influence if we don't touch it. And going back to the picture of the car, there is something more with the sensors, navigational system and all this stuff. This stuff tells you temperature of the motor 90 degrees Celsius, 5400 RPM. You are on Main Street, position this and this. It does not tell you, well, it may be 4500 RPM, it may be 95 or 80 degrees, it may be that you are the next street, it may be that you are in the field next to the street. It's all other possibilities. It does not tell you about possibilities, error margins and so on. So you just have to double check what's going on. If it tells you you are on the street and you are driving in the mud, you will find out. So the government does the same. It does tell you it is like this. It tells you we go there. It is not necessarily 100% true, because some physical facts give some error margin and things. So it is not a bad thing that somebody is sitting in the driving seat and double checking the stuff. But mostly it's not the best idea to remove vital parts during driving. Or at least not if you don't have an idea what's coming next. But to come back, as I said, the British people did not expect the MP to do what they told him to do. And it's probably unusual that the whole government decides to do political suicide just because the people told them so. But it happened. Yeah, I don't have a solution for the problem. Get a working steering wheel. But a working one. Problem is, which one is the working one? Good luck anyway. We all need it. It's not a good thing for Britain to crash. Not for you, not for us. See you next time. Bye.